and they all lived happily ever after. Each of us has a dream, a heart's desire. It calls to us, and when we're brave enough to listen and bold enough to pursue, that dream will lead us on a journey to discover who we're meant to be. All we have to do is look inside our hearts and unlock the magic within.
Ready to begin, let the wonder take hold.
Feel it draw you in, watch the moment unfold.
Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and the life of Walter Elias Disney, and to the talents, the dedication, and the loyalty of the entire Disney organization that made Walt Disney's dream come true. May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place. A magic kingdom where the young at heart of all ages can laugh and play and learn together.
The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. Feel the magic everywhere. Bring every dream we dream to life. Share the wonder, share the light. Oh, imagine a world for you and me. Where all that we have to do is believe. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Magical place on earth. Magical place on
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call and the doors will be closing soon. Please board quickly and safely. Our monorail will be departing momentarily. Thank you. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
everybody. Middle of the week. We're trying to take you home to that weekend fun that you're all looking forward to. Whether it's Disney or at home, we're trying to get you there. Today is another great interview with a quality creator that we want to get you to know, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Links will be in the chat throughout the whole entire time. Check out my creator tonight. You're going to have a good time meeting this young lady here. So let's get it rocking and rolling right now. Get into the show so we can get started on this interview. As we do every week here, we first start and say, hey, thank you to the Live Place. Dean over at the Live Place does a great job with everything he does, celebrating over 100 plus family-friendly channels from all backgrounds, and check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. Dean, the Live Place, and Dreamers Empire. I've got some great partner channels that roll each week on their channel. Myers and the Mouse, Diz Our Dream, fantastic. Disney World Freak and Dolo Dad do a great job going broadcasting from home. Dad Builds, an executive producer on the channel. And T. Marie, she's actually live right now doing a trip recap, finishing up over there. So if you're done with us, you can go over and check out with Tina what she's got going. She does a fantastic job. Chaotic Crusaders, you'll hear a lot about these people throughout the stream. Dan with Disney World is doing a great job over there on his Facebook group at 21,000. Everybody else focusing on their channel here as well. Check them out. You'll have a good time with all of these Chaotic Crusaders. We've got our clubhouse over on Facebook, 2,000 strong, trying to grow it up over there. More people loving Disney and the magic of Disney. Check out the Facebook group, the Disney Chaotic Clubhouse. We've got membership on our channel, 4 different levels. If you'd like to be part of the fun, interactive and involved, it's a membership on our channel. Do one of the higher levels of our channel, we will get out to you one of the commemorative coins that we've had minted, especially for our channel. Coming up, a couple big things. Enchanting Magic, that's benefiting the Vascular Birthmarks Foundation. That is November 14th. Magical News Live on his channel. Nick is doing a benefit stream to take care of them. Check that out. That'll be awesome. Looking forward to that. Coming up all this week, all the way through the weekend, over on Magic of the Mouse Radio, it's Haunted Halloween Special with a Dole Whip Dad over there playing Disney Halloween theme music. Stop over there at Magic of the Mouse Radio every night from tonight all the way through Sunday. Lake Mona Visitors over on Etsy, featuring Star Wars, Disney, and Harry Potter, to name a few. Whether it's in the park apparel or stuff you're going to wear at home, it's all good over there on Lake Mona Visitors. Quality apparel, fun, bring the parks to your home. It's Lake Mona Visitors on Etsy. Check them out.
Just a little bit of pixie dust.
Just a little bit of pixie dust is all you need when working with Christina Whitman, Realtor of Choice for the Disney Chaotic Clubhouse. From making magic as a cast member to spreading magic as a top realtor for Century 21, she'll help you put that gold Century 21 sold sign on your property for sure. Central Florida's finest, Christina Whitman, 407-789-5334. Tell her that Pete McDevitt sent you.
Hi, gang! It's me, Tinkerbell, and I'm back from Neverland. Just in time to listen to my favorite Disney music radio station. So grab your mouse ears and join me and all of my Disney pals down at the end of Main Street, right in Mickey's backyard, for the magic of the Mouse Radio. See you there!
If you're looking for that spotless clean on your property, well, you need clean look on your property. Manchester, New Hampshire, everything fulfilling up in the New England area. www.clean-look.com, 603-669-1088. Mickey's got the broom out, giving the thumbs up. 55 plus years and 3 generations of service. Can't be wrong. If you want your property looking clean, you need clean look on your property. Appreciate all those supporters of our channel and helping us out. Check out those businesses as they do a great job with us. So let's get into it here. It's Wednesday evening. It means it's creator time, and that's what we do on Wednesdays. We introduce you to new, incredible creators. Here's our creator of the night tonight. It is Nina with Wrestling with Disney. As I get tongue-tied here, getting rolling on the channel tonight. Let's talk about this young lady. My guest tonight is an avid Disney and wrestling fan, thus her amazing channel name. Her channel, you'll be able to find a variety of unboxings. More than I think anybody else that I've seen out there does an incredible job with them. You also find Disney magic, wrestling lore, and all of her quote-unquote nerdy fun things. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to our channel today for the first time here on a Wednesday afternoon to sit with us. Please welcome in the amazing Nina of Wrestling with Disney. What's up?
Hello, thank you for that marvelous introduction.
Oh, absolutely. Well deserved. Well deserved. Busy night. You and I, talked beforehand. This Wednesday, going into it, we knew a lot of people going live from the parks this week. This last couple weeks on Wednesday night, there's like 6 or 7 people live from there right now. But the good thing is with that, much like the last 3 weeks, it'll be a packed house in the replays, which is fun. So we want to make sure that everybody in the replay knows that you're just as important. It's one of the things we've been trying to do here. So let's sit there and get into it with you and your channel. Before we dig into the whole channel aspect, why don't you share a little bit with anybody who might be brand new to you? Tell them a little bit about what you want to share on a personal level, and then we'll kind of dig into the channel and everything else we got going.
I love it's not just about posting Disney content. I'm not an in-park vlogger. I wish I could be, but I live in New York. And so it's kind of about connecting with other people who share the love of Disney and just incorporating that into my everyday life. I love that even though I'm working at home in New York, I can have a Disney live stream from here with the ears or whoever and feel like I'm there. So that's a big part of why I love Disney YouTube and just finally meeting like-minded people who don't go, "You're going to Disney again?" Like who else deals with that at work when they're like, "You going there again?" And it's like, yes, it's the only place I want to go to.
Yep, absolutely. I love that. I love that. So with you're on social media on Instagram. You're doing very well at 965 followers. You got almost 1,200 posts over there. You're at 1191, which is awesome. Right here on YouTube, 1.45K subscribers, 401 videos, 124,694 video views. You're just a hair under the 1.25, which is awesome. Keep moving that up. That's fantastic. So let's talk about your channel and how your channel concept came about. What your platform and all that. We'll really dig into a little bit here.
So as a child, when I'd go to the parks, I was from a family where that's what we'd do every year. We'd go to Disney, and my dad would always bring out his wrestling shirts. And there was one year when the NWO was really big, and it was so fun wearing those NWO shirts at the parks because other Disney people would stop you and comment, and they'd go NWO for life. And so I always just loved kind of this synergy between the two worlds, and I love them both independently, but I also love bringing them together. And it was in those memories where I kind of see that they are people who like both, and even if everyone doesn't, I like both. So I like doing both on my channel, and it's been a lot of fun. One of the most viewed videos kind of is a fusion of both, and it's Hogan's Beach Shop in Orlando, doing a tour of that. So there's been fun ways to incorporate both, or if I just want to do one or the other, I go for it.
I love it. I love it. Of course, the WWE's factory is right down there in Orlando too, which makes it interesting as well. So as you started putting your channel together, your love of wrestling and your love of Disney. Okay, let's kind of, 2 different topics, but this is what all ties in with the uniqueness of your channel. Talk about how the initial love of both came about individually.
I think, more so than just being a Disney in general fan, I'm a Disney parks fan. And I think that came from the trips and just how just inclusive the experiences. And even as an adult, it just gets better and better with the restaurants and the shopping. Like I don't feel the magic ever dies. It just stays forever. So as a kid, it was nice knowing you always had that to look forward to at one point in the year where you'd get back there, and then I would just fall in love with it over and over again. Now as an adult, I unfortunately get there a little less, but that's why this world has really helped to just keep that with me when I can't be there all the time. And then wrestling was just always on when I was a kid. My dad always played it. We thought it was hilarious and a lot of fun. This is kind of starting in like 91, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan. And then it just kind of stuck with me. My husband likes it. I like it. It's campy. If you don't take it seriously, it can be a lot of fun.
take it for what it is. And as I always say,
Hmm.
athletic soap opera is
Yes,
the
yes.
best way to put it. So, well, that's interesting as that goes. So, as you started putting your channel together, who were some of the other creators out there, be they Disney or non-Disney, that were some of the inspiration for you when you watched them and said, "Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. I think I can do that. I'd like to do this." Who do you have some channels that come to mind in that?
So when I first started watching, it was just through channels like Tim Tracker, where they're at the parks and they're vlogging, which was great to watch and bring Disney into my life. But when it started triggering that I could do this too, was a channel called Disney Kitty.
Oh,
And what she would do, she lives in Minnesota, and she would just, do Disney pin openings and mystery pin unboxings. And it was about the Disney magic at home. And that's when it started to trigger for me. It's like, oh, I could do this. I could have this fun. It doesn't just have to
right.
be for people who were there or live there. I could do this. So I had a honeymoon trip to Disney Plan, and then I just started filming there, and that
Awesome.
was the start of it.
I love it. I love that fact, and that is a great thing that you can do it from home and do all the uniqueness of what you do there. So that's pretty cool itself. Let's step aside from the channel for a second. I always try to
Mhm.
go from channel to personal, mix it up here because the whole goal is for hopefully people to get to love you and take a look at your channel. Again, my guest today, just in case anybody misses it, Lisa dropped the link in there for Nina. That is her channel. What it looks like there, wrestling with Disney, right across the top there in case you're going to search for it to hit the subscribe tonight. We want to make sure that you know which way you're going. Let's talk about you. Everybody has Disney collectibles. I see you're wearing
Mhm.
one. Uh,
Yes.
but everybody has those things that from the park that they love. It's their must dos of okay, well I'm down there. I've got to look for this, or this is breaking. I got to look to buy this online. What are some of the things that you like to collect from Disney?
I have a few. So behind me, I have mugs. So all my Disney mugs like to hang up. Lately, the Disney ears has been a thing. I actually have right next to me. I love Disney notebooks
Oh, cool.
and Disney pens. I like buying the pens when I'm at the parks. So and pins and pins. So that's
It
that's a
what would you
lot.
is mugs or pins your bigger one? Which is your bigger of or your most inclusive of your collection?
I'd say pins because they take up less space. If mugs took up less space, I would probably have more of them. But I do like a rotation with the mugs where I have
Right.
the ones on display, then I'll change it up by season and put them in the rotation. So this way I get to use them.
Nice. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the uniqueness that everybody has. In the things that you collect. I always think that
Mhm.
cool. A lot of people do pins, but not a lot of people think about mugs. So Surfer Girl says hello to you, by the way,
Yes. Hello.
as we do that there. So that's kind of interesting in itself. Your channel itself, 19 playlist topics in there.
Yes.
We'll dig into those for a second. With amazing having over 400, and that's you just hit that that accomplishment just the other day at 400 uploads. You're at 401.
Yeah, crazy, right? Like if you were to ask me, like, do you have how many videos do you have? Maybe I'd guess 150. Never did I think I would have hit like 400
Yeah,
videos.
a lot of people say that to me when we do the show, and I've done my research to prep for the interview, and people will be like, "Man, I didn't even realize I had that type of numbers." So it's good that we can share that out. So I want to talk a little bit about your playlist with you and
Mhm.
Deb. Some of the topics in there, Sensi's in there, Disney unboxings, tag videos, which I'll get you to explain a little bit on,
Mhm.
Cat Lady unboxings, Disney pin, wrestling unboxings, which I thought was pretty cool. Disney pin hauls, Funko unboxings. As I say, you may be the queen of unboxings because out of all the interviews I've done, you've had the most unboxings. Talk to people that are finding you here today about your playlist and some of the magic and energy that they're going to find over there.
Yeah, I think it comes to, and the reason why I do the playlist is because, like most of us, you know, I'm multifaceted and I didn't niche down my channel to be just Disney. So I try to make it as easy as possible so people aren't turned off by one topic or another. I try to condense with the playlist where they can get just what they like. So this way I don't have to hinder being myself or expressing myself. This way, there's room for everything. But if you want to niche down, you can go to those playlists because I think there's a lot of fun in the world and bringing in these boxes or doing collabs with other YouTubers and tag videos, as we'll talk about. You're
Yeah,
able to just bring the fun of different topics to your everyday life.
I love that. I love that. So, of all the unboxings that you've done, is there one that jumps out to you as like, wow, that was my favorite one of all, or is it all unique because of the differentiality in it? What is your
I liked the wrestling boxes because it's really hard to find that. Disney merchandise you can essentially find anywhere. You know, you can go to Target and there's Disney official stuff, or there's a lot of Disney YouTubers where we'll do exchanges with each other and get each other things. But with wrestling, you don't really find that. So those wrestling boxes were a lot of fun. Most of them would come with an autograph, a t-shirt, a pin. You would just get all this great stuff. So those are probably my favorite.
That's cool. Let's talk about these tag videos for a minute. Well, for
Mhm.
somebody like for even for me, I'm not 100% up on them. I know a little bit about them, but for somebody that might be going in and saying, "Well, what's a tag video? What is a tag video from your standpoint?"
Yeah, so a tag video is a great way to start incorporating content, let's say on Disney when you're not at the park. So these tag videos, there'll be a series of questions. It could be where it's just you talking. One I did was called the Disney food tag, where you answer all these questions related to Disney foods, like your favorite breakfast spot on premises, your favorite hotel restaurant, etc. And so even though I'm not at the parks, I can do this tag video and talk about it. And then what's even better is you in the tag video you say who it's created by and you tag two or three more friends and then it kind of continues to grow
Nice.
because then your friends mention you, the person who created it mention you, and it just helps to get synergy and you're engaging with other channels and they're in turn engaging with you.
And it's another form of organic growth because the ones that I've watched
Mhm.
you, the great thing was nobody in the videos was saying, "Hey, go subscribe to this person." You all were just saying, "Hey, I'm tagging this person,"
Yes.
and it was
Hmm.
continued on, which gives the people the option, which is something that I love in the way you did that. So I thought that was pretty good. And I always like it when the creator themselves kind of talks about where they're doing on that. With your time doing Disney and time doing the wrestling, as you incorporated both of those two together and stuff, have you found it to be a challenge in having multiple topics on your channel?
Yeah, for a while, I felt like maybe that's what was stunting the growth on the Disney side. Um, but I still kept it because I think, with wrestling, someone like me is certainly very different than what you normally see in the wrestling YouTube world. But it's hard because well, WWE has very severe copyright restrictions. You can't show a little clip of anything, even if it's just on the TV in the background, and they're not as welcoming as the Disney community. So making wrestling videos, since there is less merch too, is more challenging for me. So
Right.
it's been a little less frequent on the channel, but I still like to incorporate it and talk about it. And then when there are fans of both wrestling and Disney, we really hit it off and it's so much fun.
I love that. Love that. And that's true. They are very stringent on the way they
Hmm.
do their whole thing. So, as you talk about channels you love and follow now, we talked about the ones that kind of inspired you at the start, and obviously, as I always preface this question, every show I do, if you're watching live or watching on the replay and Nita didn't throw your name out there, don't feel bad about it because I'm putting her on the spot to just throw out a couple. I'm sure you got a ton, but, a couple that come to mind for you is okay, these kind of, while I was inspired by one, here's what I kind of push now is getting me going for my viewing.
Hmm. Yeah, right now I've kind of been seeking out a lot of different park vloggers than what I've previously been watching. I'm still big on Here with the Ears. I love their hotel room tours. I've
They
been
do a good job.
watching a lot of Your Pal Al,
Yep.
and he does stuff in the parks, and I really like his personality and just feel he hasn't really been discovered on a
Yeah.
larger scale yet, but I think he's just so nice. And then there's a channel who does more of merch and collab stuff like I do. It's called Singer Family Adventures.
Uh-huh.
And she started for us collectors a monthly collaboration where she'll pick a theme. So last month was villains. And then you show all your Disney collections of villains. So I showed all my Disney villain pins. And it's just a really easy way that people can, once again, without being in the park, still create Disney content and do it with other creators.
Right. And I mean, I love Here with the Ears. They're great people, and they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of charity work in the
Hmm.
community as well. We'll be featuring. We feature a lot of them. They're in our race to 100K, but they're supposed to be getting me some of the stuff that they're doing for some of the highlights, so that we can highlight it on the channel. And Al's going to be a guest later on this year.
Oh, good.
He does a great job. Al's a good guy. The singers, I offered an opportunity to come on a long time ago, and they declined. So by choice. Now, I'm not everybody's.
Yeah.
I don't expect to be, but check out those channels, guys. That Nina's talked about. Maybe you'll find. Again, I do this channel so that more people can find others, just like you're talking about here. So more people can find others and grow their kind of their cultivated watching earn that they're building. Because you're always looking for innovative and new stuff there, which is kind of cool. Let's take a step back out for a second and talk about personal wise. Everybody has parks that they've attended. Where are the parks that have already been checkbox by you and maybe your husband or your family? And what are ones that are on the front of, hey, I want to get to this park at someday?
Yeah, I still have not been to the Disneyland Resort.
Okay.
So I really especially want to check out California Adventure. That park has gone through such an evolution, and it's just fascinating to see a park that I don't have any nostalgia with, or memories with there. So I really want to get there. And I mean, in a dream world, even stay at the Grand Californian and have like the whole big experience.
That would be awesome. So, before we jump over, I do want to highlight, because I always highlight everybody else. The Disney housewife did an amazing job on your.
Yes, my baby Yoda ears.
Yeah, they missed that out there. The Disney housewife did that. Um,
Thank you.
any aspirations to get overseas, out of the country?
I think I would. The truth is, my husband is actually, so he had never flown on a plane before. He had a long term fear of it. And when we started dating, I did have the conversation like not going to Disney again is a deal breaker. So he conquered his fear. He now is more comfortable flying, but he's only done the flights to Florida. So I think next we'll do
That,
California, see how he does with that, and ease up to it.
that's a good plan. That's a very good
Yeah.
plan with you. So, definitely that. Of your Florida trips, is there certain areas in Florida, certain parts of the park that are all about me that you do, or is it just about all of them? What is it for you in the parks?
No, I do have to say my husband really loves like merch. He loves shopping and I do too. So that's been a lot of fun. The Magic Kingdom is just so special.
Hmm.
My favorite is Frontierland. So just that whole area I just love being in.
Okay.
So that's probably like where I'd want to spend the bulk of my time. I do have these recurring dreams that I'm at Disney and maybe I still haven't gotten to the Magic Kingdom. And that dream I have all the time, like that. Like it's the trying to go home. It's like, but I didn't get to the Magic Kingdom yet. So that's definitely, the place.
I love it. Disney cruises, is that something that's on your radar that you want to do, not want to do? What is it? What are your.
I do. I do want to go on a Disney cruise. I mean, I've only been on one cruise and it was not Disney and I love that it had a casino. So I know with Disney I'm not getting that, but I'll get the Disney Magic instead. And I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, I haven't done a cruise yet either. My wife keeps saying she wants to do it, so I don't know if that'll be something that we're doing. So you've been doing your channel since 2018 down there, and again, if you're brand new to listening in, jumping in on us on watching live or on the replay, we're talking with our good friend Nina from Wrestling with Disney. Here's what her channel looks like. Social media, solid over on Instagram with 965 followers, 1.45K here on her path to 2K as we sit here and talk with her today. Let's talk for a second about where you think your channel's going. Where is Wrestling with Disney? Like, if you're sitting here thinking Okay, let's talk. A good time frame for social media is that 5 year window. 5 years from now, where do you see or where do you want to be with your channel? Is this something just for, as a hobby? Is it something you want to dig into more? What is your long term thought plan right now? Of course, that could change,
Hmm.
but for now, with your channel.
I think staying as a hobby just because it's so based on my interests and personalities, and it doesn't really have any monetized goals for it. But I did start a second channel with which is wrestling with books, because I also like booktube, but I found I was getting too into the book content on wrestling with Disney, and I didn't like how that meshed the way the wrestling stuff does or the cat lady box unboxings do. I just didn't feel the same synergy, so that I posted on a different channel, so that's called wrestling with books. And for that one, I feel like because books have authors who, send you copies of books for reviews and whatnot, maybe that would be a little more intentional. But wrestling with Disney is like my happy place that I
Nice.
want to keep fun and no pressure.
Nice. Do you have a scheduled trip already planned for an upcoming Disney trip, or is that still?
I don't, and I would like one, but that's something I got to talk to Mr. Wrestling with Disney
Yeah.
about.
Well, he can get on that train with us here.
Yeah.
Uh, Let's talk for a second. The holidays are upon us here.
Mhm.
Literally, what Halloween is 4 days away, or whatever, 4 days, right? Sunday, it's Sunday, so 4 days away. Thanksgiving, a little over 3 weeks now, almost three and
Mhm.
a half, which is hard to believe. Christmas, less than 2 months away. What is your thought process now? Actually, today is what, the 27th, so Christmas is completely less than 2 months away, uh, which is incredible. How does Christmas and Halloween play into your lifestyle in the reference as to Disney? When you're thinking about the love of Disney, the magic, and how it is. Are you more of a Halloween person? Are you more Christmas? Are you in the middle? Where is it for you?
Definitely, personally prefer Christmas, but let me tell you, like Disney YouTubers show up for holidays. Like this one YouTuber, the Collectioneers Club, hosts a Disney YouTuber Boo Ball,
Hmm.
where this year there's one person for each of the 31 days of October, and they get a box curated by her, and it's either a trick or a treat. And the tricks are kind of like old vintage Disney items that now kind of look funny, like those old shampoo bottles that were also toys from like way back in
Right.
the day. And then the treats are from small shops, from
Okay.
small Etsy shops and
Nice.
Disney creators. And so I was day number 26 for that. Which was yesterday. I dressed up as Locke from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the little devil trick or treater, and I did get a treat. So that was good. But Disney YouTubers just love to celebrate and incorporate Disney and the holidays. So that was one thing that took place for Halloween, but for Christmas, especially the Disney merch YouTubers who aren't at the parks, they love to orchestrate swaps and collaborations where you gift each other things for Christmas based on somebody's Disney preferences. So there's
Right.
a lot of that coming up for the December month.
I love that, and I'll say this too: if you're a small shop Disney creator like the ones that Nina has mentioned, or even the ones she hadn't mentioned, we are
Mhm.
doing commercials now on our channel, and we have several small shop Disney people that are doing their commercials on our sporting event,
Awesome.
and they found great success with it. Which I've been very pleased to hear that out there, because again, it's getting more opportunity for their business, but it's also pulling people in, kind of like you're doing with the wrestling, to find
Mhm.
people that love both to bring them over to the community. We're trying to do the same with sports and football to do that as well, which is a good thing if you can make that happen. When your first trip to Disney, do you remember when it was and how it went?
I remember, so I was there once when I was super young. Then after that, I was maybe around four. And we were at what was called the Empress Lily, which was the first character dining on Disney property at Disney Springs.
Right.
And it was, I think now it's kind of like where it looks like Fulton's Crab House, but it was like this ship and they had all the characters come out. And that I just remember so vividly because I had a Mickey hat on and Goofy and Donald would try to like take it away because it wasn't them. And I just remember thinking it was the greatest experience ever. So I don't remember the entire trip, but I remember that
Remember
very
that.
well.
And that, yeah, that's that was there for a while doing that. And then they don't do characters down there anymore for anything,
Yeah.
which is interesting. So that's a pretty cool thing. If you, what is a perfect day for you? Going to the parks. If we could say to you, okay, and welcome in This Is Life. I saw you guys just come in. Grogu ears are so wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So, and again, she got those from the Disney housewife who does it. She have a small shop that she does. Or
She does. She does. The best way though is just to message her on Instagram at the Disney Housewife.
There you go.
And yep.
Which is a great name too, the Disney housewife. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
For you, a perfect day. I like to ask this on the channel. What is a perfect day for you at the parks? If we said, okay, we're going to give you comp whatever, you can do what you want. What is your perfect day?
So definitely, starting a slow morning at the hotel. So it
Okay.
wouldn't be a rope drop day because my favorite moments are when you're at the hotel on the balcony with some coffee. Normally, I stay at the Dolphin. It's my home resort. But if it's all expensive paid, we're going to the Grand Flow or the Polynesian. But we're still having coffee and taking it slow. And then I think lunch at the Liberty Tree Tavern
Right.
at
Good call.
Magic Kingdom. I love that. And then, because the Magic Kingdom is like a long day, there's a lot to see. I need a sit down lunch to recuperate from the first half of the day.
Right.
And then, yeah, just shopping, parading. If the parades are back, that's a
Nice.
perfect day for me. And some thrill rides, definitely Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain for sure.
I love it. And a very magical day for sure. Lisa Z,
Yeah.
and great to see you here as well. Coffee on the balcony sounds relaxing, is what Allie says.
Yes, she
So
knows it. She knows that's my jam.
there you go. So let's talk about for a second here because I got the community segment coming up in a few minutes that we want
Yeah.
to hit. But this is an important topic for me. You started a Facebook group that has been very successful in tandem, I believe, with a couple other people that you were working with this on. And I think a lot of it because it's helping other creators grow. I've watched it grow over time that I've known you, and I tell people a lot about it, trying to help it grow. But let's talk a little bit about it. Tell everybody about what it is, about what you guys do over there, and where you're at and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, so the group is simply called the Disney YouTubers Facebook group. Nice and direct, so I always like that. And I had started it because at the time I had a new channel and there was nowhere to promote it. The Disney groups were all either about other people or they're very specific about Disney pins or Disney merch, and there was no place where I could share what I was doing. So I created the group and Becca from Disney Kitty allowed me to share it in her group. And then it wasn't even a transition. It was just like it's people found it right away. And the transition was keeping it all genuine, and that's when Cinderella Loves Disney came on, helping administrate it. And it's really all about genuine connections. We don't allow people to sub for sub or people to comment on somebody else's video just saying, hey, watch mine. You can post any Disney related or Orlando related video you want, but you just can't post on other people's videos plugging yourself. It's
Right.
about them when it's their post.
Right.
And that's been a lot of fun. And if for people who do just want that quick engagement, we do have what we call a watch, like, and comment thread, where if you post your video, you can exchange watch and commenting time with others.
Which is good. And I like the opportunity. And nice comment there. This is like says that you can come over and join their group anytime and share your group over there.
Yes, yes.
Community over competition, which
Thank
is great.
you.
It is a great hashtag for other creators to let do that. As I was putting things out there, it was one of the things that I saw that you were giving creators an opportunity of a place to do it. And I did respect the fact of what you're doing over there because you are not allowing people to come in and do what is the one thing that does drive me nuts, which is somebody dropping on another video. Hey, I just watched your video. Here's mine. Come sub. You know, that type of stuff, because that is sub for sub, and you want to stay away from it. Now, you guys, how big is that over there now? Because when I found you, you were at like 200. You were very little.
Yeah, so I know we're over 1,000. It's kind of once we hit 1,000, it kind of got slower. So I don't know if we're waiting for the next class of Disney YouTubers to emerge or what. But part of what I try to think about for people is like how it feels to you when you post something you created and somebody just comments saying, check out what I did. It doesn't feel good. And so I hope that people who are in it come to realize that it's about, it goes both ways. We want to give you that same respect when it's your time to share.
Absolutely. And they posted the link into the chat. Thank you. There's Zoel. Welcome in, Zoel.
There you are.
Now, we love a Jean Claire.
Yes.
So if you have a channel or you're watching the replay, and I would encourage you to reach out over there to the Facebook group. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, is the other one associated with you, YouTubers and Instagrammers? Is that also?
No, it's not. Yeah.
That's totally different. Okay. Because I saw that one over there. I was always wondering if those two were together. So if you have content, you're welcome to go there, post your videos, okay, and get yourself out there a little bit more, and hopefully more people will find you as well. What I'd like to do is run through a couple of the community segments here.
Yeah.
Give you a chance to take a breath for a sec, pull yourself together. This Diz Life says, I just requested to join, and that is Mark.
Great.
Awesome. Mark's a good guy. I'll be hopefully doing something with him coming up on our channel down the road. As Nita knows, we booked this, her and I, a long time ago. Been over a year ago since we booked it. But as I say, don't feel bad. I'm currently booking now for middle of January 2023. That's where I'm.
Wow.
Yeah. So don't feel bad. Dreamer Deborah, welcome in. So many good people here. There's a nice comment. Let me highlight that before I go to the community segments. Oh my God. Yes, Nina's Facebook group is what really helped my channel kick into high gear. There you go. Right, definitely right there. So, and Dreamer Deborah's in time. Say hi. And Disney M. Good to see you here as well. So many good friends here. All right, let me jump through here and say most of our segments are smaller this week here, which is fine. I don't mind. It is what it is, as I always say. Some weeks will be busier than others. Magical Memories, People in the Parks, brought to you by Magically Mad Adventures. You can find her channel on the front of my page, just like all these other content creators that bring you these different segments. You can go right to the front page of my channel, look up the partner channels or the Chaotic Crusaders, and bam, you can find their channels. We thank her for doing this here today. First off, let's highlight and thank Heather from Vacation Exploration for doing an amazing job over there. We're very proud of what she did. Broadcasting Chomps and Sunshine's wedding. They got married just recently. It was a Nightmare Before Christmas theme, and that's a picture of Heather with Heather with Vacation Exploration with Chomps, and a picture of Chomps and Sunshine and their pastor together. And again, congratulations on you guys on your recent wedding. Great picture of Bob and Kelly down there at the parks hanging out. Love seeing that. That's a great picture. And again, if you're new to this segment, this is where people can send pictures into us, and we will highlight or recognize them here on the channel. That's Isaac Nail with Dave from Florida Park Explorers. Great picture. Isaac was recently down in the parks. There's our good friend Chris, ear to ear. Great that down there right in front of the castle. You see the 50th sign down there. Chris shot that one over to me. There's our good friend Casey Bryant, executive producer, hanging out with Corey from World. That's Corey Meets World down there in Magic, hanging out a good time. Veronica, One Man's Dream. She'll be a follow-up guest later on in December with us. She's down there at Space 220 having a great time. Well, again, love the smiles on everybody's faces here. Mouse Vibes from out of California hanging out down there. And that is Samantha Lowe in her cool-looking hat. Mama Mouse in the background. Hey, Lisa T. You don't see Mama Mouse hanging out in the background too much. And that is Juan there as well hanging out. Last picture for this week. Speaking of devil, there they are right there here with the ears. Love those guys. Do a great job. They were contemplating either eating a turkey leg or hitting me with a turkey leg. I'm not sure which one. I'm pretty sure Robert would have loved either one, but a lot of fun there. Magic Mail this week. We're going to do Magic Mail next week. We got a couple things in, but there's some more stuff. We'll do that on our next week's thing, but we want to thank our good friends from the Main Street Treat Company and Disney Connections for bringing us the mail segment each week when we have it available. I can't stress enough. First off, the Disney Connections teachers out there doing a channel, which is incredible. I think the world of people that are school teachers. But this Main Street Treat Company, guys, would really love to see the community come up and get behind it. They went out and bought this company from someone else, and they wanted to take it to new levels. They're putting all kinds of new stuff on their website. It's the Main Street Treat Company. Very easy to Google and find. One of the moderators could drop the link, and we appreciate them. And with the holidays coming, why not send a box of your favorite Disney treats? You know, whatever it is, Rice Krispie treats, candies, brownies, all that stuff from the parks. Why not send it to your closest friend, relative, or employee? Great thing to do, a great concept as we're doing that. Congratulations this week is brought to you by Casey's Corner. Casey and his channel is the force behind, the crusader behind this segment. Casey likes helping recognize people for their success, as do I. Again, short segment this week. Didn't have a lot of people reach out. We only had Dad Got Parks reach out to us and sent me 500,000. He's at 500,000 channel views, and we absolutely love that. We're very happy for James and his success over there. And again, if you have success, share it over with us. We would love to share it with everybody else. Let's drop down here the race for 100K. I love this segment on our channel. One second. My wife turned up the heat, and all of a sudden it got hot in this room. Started getting a voice that was dried out. Disney Dynamics brings us this segment every week, everybody. You got to be dynamic to be in this segment. They're going to be doing parks and unboxings and more as they're moving to Florida soon. They bring this segment every week. This is where YouTubers are recognized in their race to get to 100K. First, this week we should congratulate JoJo from JoJo's World. He went over 100,000 on his channel. Very excited for JoJo. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Kyle over at Kyle Paulo Vlogs. KPV just went over 100,000 himself. Two friends, two creators, younger guys in our community that have found great success, and the sky's the limit for them. Congratulations on jumping out of the race and going in there. Race this week. Two top dogs right now are the Big Fat Panda and Jackie Super Enthused. Big Fat Panda and Jackie Super Enthused in the top two spots in the race. Going down through the rest of the race today, you got Best Life and Beyond down to Corey Meets World. 82,000 down to 42. Best Life will be up in that top three, I think, and then soon to be chased by everybody else. But some excellent channels in that part of the race. Absolutely love these channels. And again, we post them up here so that you can Google their name or you can search their name on YouTube and find any of these channels real easy. If you'd like to say, hey, let me go check out, somebody's doing something right over there. Let me see what their content is. 40,000 down to 17. Always Believe out of California down to Disc Cupcake. Haley doing a great job over there. Some solid channels there, all in the 17 to 24,000 range. Heavily in there. That's the next quarter of the way. Jump, they're all in there and going to be moving up. And again, some excellent channels in there for reviewing. 17,000 down to 10. Leg Life out of Alaska down to Dave K at 10.8. Again, some great, majority of the creators from the parks doing a great job. LBV, Theme Park Ohana, AID, Adventures in Design out of California, Magic Dads. A lot of great channels there. So again, if you're not familiar with any of these, reach out to them, check them out, search them here on YouTube. You can find them and see if, I don't want anybody to go and subscribe. I want you to go check out their channel and see if their broadcasting palette meets your viewing palette so that you're going to be watching videos, because a subscriber that doesn't watch a video is not really a subscriber. They're just a number. 10,000 down to 7. Mouse Talk all the way down to Brian and Amanda. Some great ones in there. Vincent Vision, Drew in the Moment, growing like weeds. Paul's Theme Park out of Cali, doing a great job. Again, 7 to 10,000. That's a solid number. When you hit 7,000 on YouTube, you're kind of up there going towards that next level. When you cross the plateau of the 10K and above with that double digits in front of the point, that's a pretty cool thing. Again, congratulations to all these guys. Back half of the race, solid creators, all on their first part of their journey. 6,000 down to 5. Two ladies at the cornerstones of this with Mickey's Magic and Kayla in the Kingdom. Some great channels here up there. You know, laughs, Disney, and fun. Living in Diz, ear to ear, and Diz our dream. We all know that. You know, you've seen Dad Got Parks recently, went over 5. Great channels here for your viewing. Check them out. And again, congratulations, guys. Back end of the race. These are people, again, just really getting started in their whole journey to get to 100K. Tripping with the Turners going live a lot at the parks, all the way down to Donna Jaworski, who's every other Sunday. But you got some great variety of content in here, you know, with Dole Whip Dad, with Rob Fuzz, you know, doing stuff from home. One Man's Dream, Myers and the Mouse, they do in the parks. Chloe and Dan heavy on Instagram. The great thing that I love here is look at the amazing ladies leading this. You know, it just says, again, our community is built full of strong women like the lady I'm interviewing tonight. So congratulations, everybody here. And the very back of the race, you know, here, Mouse Vibes, Steve's World, Mickey Girls, Midlife Vibes, One Little Spark, and Brandy and Dave. You got to have at least 3K for me to consider bringing you in. If you get over that number, bring me. I'll vet it. I'll check it out. As long as everything's apropos, we will bring you to the race. I did have somebody reach out to me the other day, and I looked at their Disney content, and they were 2% of their entire thing was Disney. Everything else was all other stuff. You got to be a majority of a Disney channel for me to put you in a Disney race for 100K. Please be respectful on that. Sunday was supposed to be Dole Whip Dad, but he reached out to me this morning and said, hey, I've got grandkids and that's Halloween. I'm going to have to reschedule. So we won't have a show off the wall this Sunday. I'll look to reschedule another date coming up here. Of course, today was Wrestling with Disney. Next week is scheduled to be my good friend Perfectly Cat next Wednesday on the show for here. And I didn't have her thing in there, and I apologize. I know this says 6 days away. The correct number now is actually 3 days away because I did this the other day. We are 3 days away from the Marvel nomination announcement. That will be this Saturday night at 6 o'clock. I can't stress enough. We've already had 85 people inducted into our virtual Hall of Fame. We're going to have another 25 to 30 inducted in December. There is 98 people having their names or channels announced on Saturday night. And the way they were announced is that they received 2 or more nominations by people that were eligible to vote. So hopefully you'll hear your name shouted out this coming Saturday night. Please come over and hang out. And if you don't hear your name, well, we'll tell you Saturday how next time maybe you can. Just want to say thank you to Dad Builds for putting together that incredible button for it, and Tommy Corner Sports for being the lone and sole sponsor of it. And again, all these channels that are involved in helping create this and started the initial class, which was almost 2 years ago to the date right now. Reminder that the Christmas event is coming up. If you have not received an email from me, it probably went to your spam, or I have a wrong email. They've been out now for over a month. Tomorrow, I start sending reminder emails. Everything is due by November 10th. It's 2 weeks away, basically, that we got to have it in to have it, the video ready for the holidays. So if you didn't get it, better get with me because running out of time. We'd love you to get your video in and be part of this extravaganza. We are going to have over 150 channels involved. There's Disney senior officials of the company that have sent us videos. There's some of the top social media people you'll find have sent us videos. Don't be left out. During the week, people say to me all the time, Pete, can I get in there? Pete, can I pay you money to be on there? And the answer is no. And the answer is simply, these were channels that did stuff for me, or people that did stuff for me and my family while I was in the hospital during my coma, during the 2 years in the hospital. These people reached out. They did things for my family more than anybody will ever know. And I don't go into details about all that, but they did an incredible job. So I thank them by doing that. Lastly, before I come back to my guest tonight, we close out the show together. I want to thank Zoelle's World and being a Jean Eclair. I can't say enough about this lady and the magic she brings to YouTube with her smile. Her channel, Zoelle's World, is growing like crazy. It's going to be up there near 1,000 really soon. We feature both of our channels. Her channel's on Friday night. Zoelle's World is her and her daughter, and that's great Disney content. Jean Eclair is for the adults to hang out and have a glass of their finest whatever you pick, water to wine, and have some laughs. And I'm pretty sure She is Disney's Oprah on YouTube because you go over there and everybody's winning something. The other night when I watched her, I'm pretty sure I was going to win a car. I was pretty excited, and I was still waiting, but I think it's going to happen. But check out membership on our channel. We thank these people and or channels out there for doing membership on our channel. We appreciate you. This was Preston's idea. I'm going to try to do it as long as we can. If it continues to grow and gets to where it's too much that we can't, I might have to find a new way to recognize people. I'm thinking about doing a segment on the front of our channel where I put all of these people's channels up there and people can find them up there is what I'm thinking about doing. That's the next thing we're going to look at. But I want to thank everybody that's done membership with our channel. Without it, we don't have a channel because with all the stuff we have going with medical bills and more, we can't do it. And Joy S. and Mr. Fulton, I tried to do it today, and I've got to get with Ecamm. I've got a little glitch in Ecamm. Joy S., which is Escapades with PJJ, and Mr. Fulton both recently became members, and I've got to get that fixed. Try to get the Ecamm guy working out with me very shortly. I'm fixing that. We're talking today all day. If you're just joining in late, I encourage you to go back and watch the replay of it. Wrestling with Disney. Nina has been absolutely fantastic as we're sitting here. Nina, again, I want to highlight the fact before we do anything here that you have a joint channel, which I think is fantastic. I have a joint channel as well, and you've done what I've done, which is show people you can be successful with two topics over here. Tying them both together because I've enjoyed doing that here. Let me ask you this: from a Disney side, if you had a chance to sit and talk with Walt and Roy for a few minutes, you had a chance to go up above the firehouse and sit on the sofa and talk for a few minutes. Let's say they gave you 15 minutes to just have a chat, and somebody's wish could make that true. The Disney genie, maybe the one that comes out of the movie, not the one that comes out of the park. The one that comes out of the park would want to charge you for this. The one that comes out of the movie would probably do it for you for free. What would that conversation go like?
I think I'd have to, I'm also an entrepreneur at heart. So I would really want to talk to Walt about he didn't only make something out of nothing. He made the something out of nothing. He made the pinnacle out of nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if he could fit it all in 15 minutes, but also I guess I would ask him, how do you get to that mindset to really go there and do it and to create something that probably only he could see in his head
Yeah.
and put it out there.
The funny thing is, and I ask that question a lot, but the funny thing is, I truly believe that everybody here who's in the chat or watching a replay, that if you're a creator who loves Disney and you hit the button on your record, you're doing exactly what Walt did, just different. Walt one day sat and had an idea and said, all right, well, I'm going to put it in motion. And it continued to grow and grow and grow. I'm sure when you first started your channel, you weren't thinking about, Disney YouTubers Facebook group was 700 strong.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking about how many mugs you were going to have or how many friends. It all came about. And I really believe it was the same for Walt, that things just kept coming about. And of course, surrounding himself with great Imagineers made a big difference as well. And you have surrounded yourself with a lot of solid, great ladies like Cinderella and many others that are out there that support you in what you're doing. So I think you are doing that there. Let me ask you a question I haven't asked on this channel, but I got to. What would you say to Vince if you had 15 minutes with Vince McMahon?
Vince, it's been tough because for a while, you love and admire Vince because of what he did, but at the same time, a little too ruthless. I think as more episodes of Dark Side of the Ring come out, the more I wonder if cancel culture is going to come for Vince. But I think I'd ask him the same thing, about because I do believe in the power of your mind and your mindset and your mental strength. And I think both of these men had it to take something and bring it to levels it's never been. Because Vince took wrestling from being a sideshow act to being think of the Hulk Hogan days where it was, at its
all the way
peak.
up.
Yeah. So really both of them created landscapes that didn't previously exist until then. I really want to ask both of them. Yeah.
You perfectly tied in where I was going.
Yeah, great, great.
And that was not rehearsed, anybody. We did not talk
Yeah.
about anything before the show. You perfectly tied in on where I was going with that question
Yeah.
because of what they both have done. So that's amazing.
Hmm.
I want to throw it over to you for a final thought. For you tonight, I'm going to go from your side of the ring.
Yeah.
Go it from that way. Your final thought of the night. How would you like to close it out? Whatever you'd like to say, the floor is yours.
Oh, well, I want to thank you all for being here and tuning in. A lot of people like to ask me, if I could picture a wrestling match between any two Disney characters, what it would be. So I don't know. Let's say I'm going to try to think of someone. So it's fun when sometimes you have friends involved, like the Rockers, Marty Jannetty versus Shawn Michaels. What if we had Timon versus Pumbaa?
Oh, that would be
How do you
interesting.
think that's going to end? Yeah.
That, that to me would kind of be in the old school days of the 1, 2, 3 kid taking on Bundy.
Yeah.
And the scary part of that, I know both of them. So
Yeah.
that's the scary part of it. So I appreciate you coming on here today. I want to throw a couple things to you. I always try to highlight the ladies of our community. And, I do it a lot throughout my time because we as a country just started doing that. Unfortunately, it took so long to do it. I've been seeing in our community for the longest time. We're blessed to have so many strong female role models and people showing it. You doing that, I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for your vision of what you've done, giving people the opportunity in your Facebook group. There's so many of them out there. Oh, I'm not putting in a link. I literally had one guy send me a text message the other day saying, I really want to do your show. I love what you do. I think it's great. By the way, I don't put links in my chat. Your thing is deleted. Really? Okay, well, this conversation went down a wrong path. So, Tropical Nerds Dylan, welcome in. There's another one of my executive producers, newest executive producer to my channel. With a
Oh,
lot of
that's
sports.
great.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of stuff on the sports stuff. We're going to be adding some new dynamics to our sports broadcast.
Oh,
that
it's already
Dylan's
so great, so I can't imagine.
we got some good stuff coming. He's got a mind as sharp as a tack. And over his lifetime, I can't say what he did, but I'll just say he's worked hand in hand with some Imagineers along the way. So
Wow.
that's a pretty special individual. So, and I'm blessed to have him as part of our team over here now. So, but I thank you for what you're doing with that and helping other people grow and trying to grow community in the right way. Keep doing what you want. As you know, you're welcome here. Friday nights, we always have our hangout. I don't invite anybody. Your invitation is you are part of my channel. So you're always welcome to stop in
Thank
on a
you.
Friday night and hang out. Ladies and gentlemen, what Nina's trying to do on her channel is to grow. So if you like what you're seeing here today, consider hitting that subscribe based on the interview or going over and checking out the content of her channel. Check out her book over there, a Facebook group, which is Disney YouTubers, very easy to find.
Yeah.
As long as you keep in, check in, tell her hello and everything there. I would highly encourage that. If you love wrestling, reach out to her. I'm sure she'd love to talk with you about wrestling or maybe do something there. If you really like everything that you're seeing tonight, tube it up for Nina, as I tell you to do for every person out there. It's something I started on my channel. It's very simple. If you watching a vlog and you like it, hit the like, leave a comment for your creator. Let them know you were there, what you thought of it, good, bad, or indifferent. If you really like it, share it out. The spider web effect works. It works. I have a couple people that have blessed us and sharing out some of our videos, and we had a video today that we put up at 10 o'clock this morning that I said to myself, I don't think this one's going to do too well, and it's already at 110 views because people have shared it out now. So I'm very happy. So do that for Nina and her content and all your favorite creators here. Tube it up for that. If you're watching live like we do, leave a like, leave a comment, get into the chat if you want to, if that's for you. Share out the video, but by all means, if you have a creator you like, hit that button and subscribe. There's nothing better that makes a creator happy than waking up in the morning, seeing that two people hit the button and said, you know what, I like what you're doing over there. Kind of like Walt does in his thing. I'm going to throw one thing extra into my close tonight, and that is because she did such a nice job, and so many people remarked on the Disney Housewife's ears today.
Yes, yes.
The holiday time is here, guys. Support your local small shop creator. They can really during the holidays.
Yeah, show them up close a little. There they are.
There they are.
Grogu is it this year, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you'll be getting a great product that is made with love and integrity, and you're putting a couple dollars in the pocket of somebody who could use it. So that's a good thing there. Finally, as I always do, I finish up doing the right thing. Please take care of yourself and each other. We've sat here trying to do tonight between the two of us what Walt and Roy used to do all the time, which is put a smile on your face. Hopefully they're looking down on us saying, hey, you kids, you guys did a good job over there with that thing you did. And that would be a pretty good comment if we got that, I would think.
Yeah.
All right, Nita, we got to get out of here. I don't know how we're going to do it. Do you have any idea on how we can get out of the building?
Well, I think I'm going to go out by trying to map out my fantasy match of Pumbaa versus Timon.
Hello there, this is Timon. We hope you enjoyed the show. It was great having you with us. You were a lovely group, the best audience ever. Now please, get out!
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.